Oh, yeah, we getting Marcus real cozy. Hey, Marcus, get on close, man. You don't have to be too shy with me right
I
now.
was just trying to make sure that your name was there.
Oh, no, don't worry about the name, man. It's all
Put your
good.
mic up. Go ahead and
Yeah,
put
your mic up. Put it real close. You know how it is. You've been in stand-up before.
Use your mic correctly.
Y'all upgraded, though.
Oh, yeah, we did. I know, right? Because you were here last time from season 1. And, I mean, it's a big difference, right?
We had no banner.
We had no banner.
Different room.
Yeah, we were in studio 2. Now we're in studio 1 right now.
A crew.
I see that. I was like, what are all these people doing in here?
No, it's amazing, man, and it's truly such a great feeling. And I just want to let all the listeners know this is comedian Marcus Hawkins, and I got so much praise for this young man because I always tell people this is the first guest I've actually requested that I wanted him to come back on the show because really, Marcus, you have molded me to be so comfortable with what I've been wanting to do for so long, which is be an LA morning man for everybody out there. And shout out to you, man. You're the greatest. So
that's what's up. Make me feel all special.
And by the way, wait. Who found Mark? I don't say found him, but like who brought him on the show?
Marissa
Your
pitched it.
sidekick, Marissa Pitts. That's what sidekicks do.
Exactly. I mean, Marissa, you're a doll and a half, my friend. But Marcus, where have you been since the last time we saw you last time?
I've been working on stage and off stage. I got like 3 jobs, so you might see me everywhere.
Yeah, and I know that was kind of one of a big question that Marissa had.
I'm just gonna jump right.
Yeah, you might as well.
All right, right to it.
Because I got a lot of kudos for you,
Marcus.
Yes.
How are you juggling 3 jobs, a comedy career, and raising a child? Like, are you drinking some superhuman juice?
You drinking Russian vodka to keep you up, or what you doing?
I could do.
No, my grandfather always told us like you'll find time for the things that you want to do. So I always took that into like a relationship. Like if somebody can't find time for me, I'm like, they really don't want to be with me then.
Right.
I'll be like, okay, if I could work all these jobs, perform, and still spend time with my son, but you can't go get pokey with me or something for like 5 minutes. We can't go get something to eat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I was thinking
That's a
pokey
shame.
something totally different.
See, look at you.
I was thinking,
Yeah.
It's too early for that.
Pikachu.
It's too early for
I
that.
got 5 minutes in between my job. Let's pokey.
Nah, I was talking about, a bowl of sushi.
I get it.
That's
I get
right.
it
And
now.
I mean, has there anything that's been happening in the last year that you've just been so stoked about that, the listeners should all be knowing?
Not too long ago, we did our first sold out show. And,
oh, that's great. Where at?
At the Ontario Improv.
Oh, that's a great venue.
Yeah, so they finally gave us a weekend, so that was cool. We had a line to like the parking lot, so just getting up there with all that energy and those people in there rocking that stage, that was dope.
909 loves you.
Yeah, no, that's a really good feeling.
Man.
And so did you get a lot of great crowd engagement through that show?
Oh, yeah, that show was just like, I had him in my hand. Like my homeboy, before the show started, he changed up my theme music before I came on stage. I was all ready to like
Are you
come
serious?
up. Yeah, then he put up to like I'll Be Stroking, some old song. I'm like, come on, man.
Like, come on, what are you going to be doing?
And the intro music is actually, it gives a clue for me when I watch comedy of what this comedian is, like who their personality is. So you stroking it,
No,
huh?
it's true.
Nah. I feel like my intro music is like, it's almost like my wrestling theme music,
Yeah.
or like
Oh my gosh.
or even like a baseball player when he's
Yeah.
walking up to the plate, like I'm getting into the zone. It's the last thing y'all finna hear before y'all see me.
But you cracked me up like last week because you went to that WWE event that just
Yes.
recently came back on cable news, and man, like Hulk Hogan's music was just cracking me up. That is, like you said to
Man.
me over the phone, that's like one of the most patriotic musics I've ever heard of all time.
I feel like one thing we should do since it's like 2020 is change the national anthem to Hulk Hogan theme music.
Right?
I would be down for that.
I mean,
If
Marcus,
you guys get a
It's
chance,
actually
just,
really
just
good.
go to Google or YouTube.
It's actually really good.
well,
listen
how
to
about
it.
the listeners? How does that theme song go again?
Let me see if I can find it.
It starts off saying, when it comes crashing down and it hurts inside. Then you hear trumpets going boom, 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 boom.
I'm going to try to find it. As we continue.
Read the ride.
No, that really gets me amped up, and I love that. Like even with the theme music, that can really get people engaged on what the kind of feel the room's gonna be. And a lot of the times, I just gotta really ask you.
Okay, it's called The Real American. Hold on.
Let it breathe right
Let
now.
it breathe right now. You got this going?
Yeah, I got this going. Hold on one
Uh-oh,
second.
Hulk Hogan's
Here it
theme
goes.
song, Real American.
And play.
And play. But I mean, really, the thing that's so beautiful about that song is, we can play that another time. They can go look that up,
I'm
Marissa.
so sad I have
But
it already.
No, it's all
This
good.
Mac, this Mac kills me.
But really, I just gotta let you know, Marcus. I mean, I've been wanting to know for so long. I don't know about you, but the last year of comedy, it just seems like it's been so out of control. And where are your thoughts with this? Because I'm sure you maybe had a couple gigs where you're going, man, this is a rough crowd.
I feel like it done came like since the last time I've been here, it done came like more in control. Like people done found out like how to handle it. 'Cause
Yeah.
at first you got all these people complaining about it and everything. Oh, that's the weak version right there.
Yeah, that's the week. Get out of here, Marissa.
Yeah.
We don't want to hear that.
Find it. Keep
That was a
going.
week. It threw me off. But yeah, like I feel like a lot of the comics out here done got a hold on like what's going on. Because at first you get people complaining about you just telling the truth and you don't know how to handle it. People like, well, I'm not gonna tell jokes or I'm just gonna hold back. And like I told you on the phone yesterday, when you hold back and like brace yourself, that's when you're gonna hurt yourself the most.
Right.
So you just got to be comfortable and just let it flow. So with like the Bill Burr stand up and the Dave Chappelle stand up, just get out there and tell the truth.
Well, isn't that one of the greatest
love
points?
Dave Chappelle.
Because I even got it right here. Chappelle's special got 0% from actual real critics, but then once Rotten Tomato literally opened up for audiences to rate Dave Chappelle's
It got
new special,
100%.
it got 99%, and that just kind of shows you how outdated like the rest of the media has on the state of comedy and how they're becoming so controlling. And to me, this kind of relates back to even the South Park episode that just dropped recently, where they had the second episode with Band of China, and they were making a joke about how they put Winnie the Pooh and Piglet in jail, and they were making that ongoing reference that the president of China looks like Winnie the Pooh.
And
it's
they-
hilarious.
And you cannot find Winnie the Pooh now in China.
Yeah, they
because of that.
completely took
They
it out
put
of the
him in jail.
region.
They
So
put Winnie
doesn't
Pooh in
that?
jail.
I think people don't realize how special we have it here in America, where
Yeah.
comedians can have free
Yeah.
reign to
Net
talk about
neutrality,
anything.
people.
That's why
Watch out.
every time I always see like a veteran in the military, I always tell them thank you because you over here fighting for me to get on stage and tell the truth or act a fool. Because some places you can't even say nothing.
Yeah.
It's like some places you can't even be a comic, you can't even be a female and talk or just say something about the government and get snatched off and killed in front of your family. Time.
Right, and you know what the wild part is? It's not like Dave Chappelle saying bring a musket to like stop democracy. Oh wait, that was GOP presidential candidate that's about to be running, Joe Walsh, that said that. He has the free reign to say something like that, but the minute a comedian jokes about that,
It's downhill.
You're on the chopping block.
And just like they try to blame like violence on video games and stuff. Like,
Right.
I never wanted to do something because of video games.
Taking down a poster in
I love
Walmart's
that.
really going to make something
That was
change.
Walmart's thing. I'm just going to take away any poster or the other video game or showing it, but please go still buy that gun.
Right, and to me, do you feel like you've had to adapt your stand-up approach or topics? Is there like any, like I know we've asked this question even last year, but I mean, think about it, Marcus. Has your stance changed since the last time you were here, where like nothing is off topic?
I'm pretty much still the same. Ain't nothing changed. I just feel more comfortable now with just letting it ride. Like just if I feel like it's funny, I'ma say it.
Do you believe that this woke culture or outrage culture is taking into effect that's really affecting the rest of the millennial comedians that are trying to make something big happen?
I think if they're a good comedian, they'll just feed off of it. Because that's just right in your hand. That's just material nowadays.
Yeah.
Just when I think about the stuff that millennials don't know about that I grew up with, like cassette tapes and stuff like that.
Yeah, you had to listen to your favorite comedian stand-up shows on a
I
cassette tape.
remember literally recording radio shows for the song on a cassette tape to make my own mixtape.
That's
so
how
I
I
would
know I'm
wait
old.
for it on,
Yeah.
wait for it on the radio and then hit record.
You didn't get that special Spotify.
Or like nowadays, I could be like asking one of my coworkers about like a movie or a cartoon. They'd be like, I never heard of it. Like, what you mean you never heard of Fraggle Rock, bro? Like,
I love
Right, go on
Fraggle Rock.
YouTube. Go
I'll
search it
choke
up right
you
now.
right
Love the Fraggle Rock. They
who's
were
Inspector
great.
Gadget? Like, what you mean
What
who's
you mean?
Inspector Gadget?
Like right now with your comedy that you have right now, do you think it's because of our times in right now with all the politics coming through? We have
Yeah.
the woke culture or family. Like, what's your set right now mostly comprised of? Like, what material?
Mine is just like my everyday life of what I do.
So what do you do?
I just talk about like working, trying to pay bills, the struggle, like same thing you do. Like that's what I talk about. Like
Yeah. You don't have to feel like you have to
So
form towards
relatable.
something.
Exactly.
Because, I mean, a lot of the times is, like director Todd Phillips from The Joker, I mean, he's even said it. He goes, it's so hard to be a comedian right now because the minute something gets leaked from someone trying to film your show at, let's say, the Ontario Improv, you say something, it's really hard to compete against 3 million people trying to attack you on Twitter.
Without seeing the full set.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was telling
Context.
them yesterday on over the phone, like I did a show and I used the R word. And I didn't know you can't use
Oh,
the
you can't
R
use
word.
that word no more.
By the time I got off stage, like my whole Facebook was just hit up with people like, you don't even know what it's like. Take it back. And then there was people like trying to tell me what I said and I didn't even say, or just like twisting my words all around. I'm like, I got like family in the art community. Like,
well, it's funny that you say that because, you know, I even
art community. I'm probably gonna get in trouble
and
for saying
listeners,
that.
In case you don't know the R word, that I'm not going to say
You
the word.
can't say it.
Say it, but it is for what used to be used people who are mentally challenged on some stuff.
Yeah, I mean everybody knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
It's not like it's
Hey, you'd be
it's not like
surprised.
this is
Hey.
like, oh my gosh, let me try to
But
figure this out right now.
The craziest thing though, like we used to be able to just use that word and just talk about like stuff that was dumb or something. It just didn't make any sense.
Yeah, and it's really true. And like my biggest thing is even with you is like, you know, a lot of the times, Marcus, do you feel like you have to just adjust with the crowd and just go like, F what these people are thinking? Do you just kind of let it roll if you're even getting a negative response?
That's when you reach and just, cause I like sometimes what I like to do, I like to like sit in like the back of the audience and fill the room out, let a couple comics go, and then I hear what like a group of people like, oh, this dude not that funny. And I'm like, okay, yeah, he not that funny. So I'm just trying to see how they feeling and what they talk about. So I'm like,
Don't talk
okay.
about that joke.
Well, that's it's a great point that you're even bringing that up because I mean there was even comedian Bill Hader. He even came out saying that he's like, you know what, I just really regret saying the word midget now because of this racist, misogynistic president.
That SNL,
are we the guy from It. I mean, but are we really gonna let a president dictate like what the rest of the country feels? Would you rather be called a small person or a person?
I'd rather be called a person.
A person. That's what I would think. But you know what, Marcus? This time goes by really quick, and I just want to remind all the listeners out there that we're going to be taking a short break. All right, we're back in the studio. This is the Chris Collins Show. We got in the studio comedian Marcus Hawkins.
Yes.
And, you know, I just got to get straight to it, man. What do you think about Shane Gills, the guy that was just recently hired for SNL, and even before he even made an airing, he got fired right away from a leaked tape from his old podcast, being in an Asian accent?
That's trash. Like that's like getting fired on your day off, like Craig did.
I did. That's right. Like Gruden when he got fired from the Redskins.
Well, what I thought was kind of interesting, I talked to Chris about this too, and I want you to fill in. I listened to the tape, what he got fired for, and to me, it didn't seem like it was really what he said, but his co-host dude went off on it was a white person mad rant
it's
about
always somebody that's like could get you else in trouble when it comes to comedy.
I think it was his
and
co-host.
it's true. So, like, Marissa, I got this sound bite right here that I wanted you to play for everybody because this is so hypocritical to me that SNL's got going on.
All right, here we go. And once I
in
pull
one,
it over. In
3,
in
2, 1.
Can I pass? You know what? I pass. Nanaju, hayaku, toka hachi, juhachi. Hachi, juhachi?
That was literally back. That was in 1994. That was SNL. Can you even guess who that person was? That was Michael Myers playing a Japanese game show host.
That's crazy.
And then they're going to fire Shane Gills for referencing an Asian accent during a podcast?
That's crazy.
With Chris Farley. I mean, even Alec Baldwin's in it, and he's playing a Japanese guy.
And when you have Jimmy Kimmel. Did
Yeah, no, but that's...
Hey, where's that brought up?
No,
He's on high
literally. But
ratings
that's
right
what
now.
drives me nuts because everybody wants to go after the Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau, for being, he's got the blackface going on. But I can't stand when I see late night hosts like Jimmy Kimmel talk about how it's so bad when he did it twice on The Man Show.
One of my supervisors gave me like the best advice one time. He was like, Marcus,
Don't do whiteface?
nuh-uh.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
said-
don't be the Joker for Halloween, please. Yeah, don't do it, please.
That's dead presidents in my hood.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, that's dead
good.
presidents. Then that's mean I'm gonna
Good
rob
movie.
a bank or something.
Yeah.
I'll say good movie.
But,
Good movie.
But one of my supervisors told me one time, he was like, Marcus, people choose to be offended. You allow people to offend you. You just let it happen. Just like you could do something and then I'll be like, okay, now I'm offended. But you could be doing something that's beneficial.
Well, it's as simple as like what Ricky Gervais used to say, even in his other stand-up. He was like, yo, like, I don't know why you're even following me on Twitter. If you don't like what I have to say, don't follow me. I'm not a politician.
Yeah.
I'm not a congressman. It's just so outrageous that
that
people
easy.
literally take it so literally.
Yes.
But like, Marcus, I got to tell you, man, what is like one of the craziest venues that you've ever performed at?
Recently, it has to be about like a couple months ago. I was at a nudist camp.
What?
What?
Yes, everybody in there was butt
Okay,
naked.
were they hot?
No, nobody in there was hot. It was probably like maybe 3 hot ones, and they had their robes
Were
on.
you nude?
No, I almost got naked.
I wish you would have.
Because
Because you got a good body. For listeners out
had-
there, Marcus
I had my,
Hawkins would be a good-looking naked man.
I had my sweater on and everything, and I was like, man, I
a lot
feel
of
like
clothes.
so.
You know what? You know,
overdressed.
you're not cultured enough.
No,
think-
you're not. Well, you guys aren't. I'm cultured because I can talk to butt naked adults.
Okay, fine. We haven't done a radio show where we're butt
Yes.
butt
Okay,
naked.
where was this naked colony at? Like,
It was in the hills of the Inland Empire. It was in the hills. I don't
Really?
I don't want to expose they little camp.
Okay,
and have people
fine.
driving by like, oh, this is where the naked people
That's where we
are.
found you.
were it a lot of white people?
It was tons of white people.
Yeah, because white people, when we're old, like to get really naked.
But what's
I don't
shock-
know what it is.
What was shocking, it was a couple of black people in there too. And I was like, wow.
Yeah, I mean, maybe this is the best unity that anybody's seen. But you know what this also reminded me of? This could have been like the greatest Netflix special I've ever heard of my life.
Did
So
you tape
Marcus,
it? Did you tape
please,
it?
No.
Marcus, you
I didn't
need.
even really want to sit down
Okay,
in any of the
Netflix-
seats.
Netflix company,
You know what
if
I
you're
mean? It's like your bare booty is
Okay.
in that chair now.
No,
Did
So-
Netflix needs to sign this on. I would literally watch
Marcus,
this stand up for
did
that reason.
Was someone laughing so hard that they got an erection?
I wasn't
Oh.
looking for that. See, what happened? What happened was when I first went up there, I normally pan a room like
You
I
panned
normally.
it? Yeah.
So I tried to pan a room and I see all these like saggy boobs and penises. And I was like, okay. So I found the clock in the back of the room. I was like, I'm gonna focus on this clock and I'm just gonna tell my jokes. So
Man.
I'm looking at the clock, telling jokes. Then I started making eye contact. And I was like, okay, I got it. Because you get up there and all these people look like old PE teachers and substitutes. Like, just imagine like a bunch of hard-boiled eggs with legs.
Yeah, I can.
Those are some Ham Hawkins
I
right
think
there
that's like
for
my
sure.
family reunions.
To be honest, I can say I've seen some of you guys' grandmas naked, and I made some of your grandmas laugh naked, and that's a fact.
Oh my gosh! I really hope my
I'm
boppy's not
dying
out there.
right
That would terrify me. But no,
Chris
but
is in the
literally,
909. His family members could have been
see.
there.
they could have been there. Let's keep it a disclosure.
I was
disclaimer.
asking so
Don't do
many
it.
questions. It was like, forget telling jokes. This is an interview, so. How long have you people been up here? Some people said they've been up there for like the last 30 years just chilling. They got direct
Wow.
TV. They got good food.
Do
They
they
had an
do-
open bar. Their bar was really nice, too. They had a-
Really?
yes.
What
had
do
a
they got
nice bar.
serving?
They had top shelf liquor for like $3 a cup, and I think their beers was like 2 for $3.
Oh yeah, that's
That's
how
why
you
they
can
get
stay.
comfortable.
That's why you can stay naked.
Yeah.
Did it turn into an orgy
No.
after your show?
No. It wasn't that 1970s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was a lot of peace
They
and
still-
love up there, but it was.
Not that much peace.
Yeah,
and
they
It
love.
was a
still had
super
some priorities, right?
It was like a super hippie vibe. Like if you guys looking for like the last of the hippies, I know where they're
So there
at.
was a lot of hairy bushes.
Okay, I guess
yeah,
maybe
it was. And actually, a lot of you guys' grandmas shave. I don't know. They're really smooth.
That's right.
Oh,
Snap,
okay.
snap.
Yeah.
Okay, so all the ladies out there, you better step up
You
your
know
game.
why?
Yeah, 'cause-
You know why we shave? Because
that?
of all our deep fake porn videos.
Oh, that's right.
right. Gotta
Well,
stick up
actually,
with that.
maybe they should start growing now because I think pubic hair that's gonna be really hard to start tracing after a while, right?
Nah, that might be easy to trace. To be honest,
I know.
if you like think about it, that might just be easy to trace.
No, but hey, that's a good point. But hey, just
That ain't my pubic hair on you.
Oh.
Where were you at?
Oh,
yeah, I
Just
know.
doing naked stand up.
wow.
That's it.
Yeah, you might have to. I mean, you kind of
That went left.
No, you subjected
Wow.
yourself to this now, so I
Yeah.
think you literally need to make this happen. But
you know what? I wouldn't mind taking a stand-up special at the nudist colony. I'm not gonna get naked, like I said. I might take my shirt off or something, but
Oh,
just not
come on,
swinging my
man. You're
junk out
cheating.
there.
No,
man.
no man thong, nothing.
Nah, man. You gotta.
Come on.
Well, if the money's right,
You
Ted
do it.
DiBiase
All
always
right,
said.
if the money's right, Netflix. If the money's
If
right,
the money's right, I'll be out there, but I'm gonna have to beef up first. I can't just go out
Okay.
Now
there.
You look pretty good.
I'm
You're
not.
pretty good.
No,
I
see,
gotta admit.
totally wrong. See, wrong.
Hey, but you know what? just to sort of switch gears.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
Let's
just
go.
to let you know, I've been asking
need a
every
poll.
yeah, we really do. But I've been asking every comedians this. I even asked last week comedians, 2 girls, 1 Mike. How do you feel trying to compete against all these streaming services and podcasts and trying to keep up to date with YouTube? Because, you got this guy, I can't literally say his Instagram tag, but he's F Jerry. And he's got over 14 million followers. And all he does all day is take comedians' jokes and then turns them into memes or literally takes pictures from films. And do you think any of that needs to be copyrighted? Do you think that's even illegal? Or
That's just, you guys got to find another way. Because I'd have had a couple memes stolen from me before. It was like,
Really?
damn, somebody got some hype off of me. But
Yeah.
it's no big deal. But when it comes to competing with the streaming people, I feel like if you just stay pure and do your thing, you'll be all right. Because a lot of those people got to really compete with us. Because I feel like it's easier for you to get on Instagram or Twitter and make a 1-minute video or make a skit or something
True.
where you could pause. All
'Cause
right,
it's
I don't
not
like that.
improv.
Go back and edit.
Yeah.
But when you up on that stage, like I said, with that spotlight, there is no editing. It's right there. One cut, one take, one deal. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
So
that's such a great point. But it's also, do you believe that content from cinema, films, and television shows, you think is that acceptable for anybody online to start using that and using that as a meme? Personally, with me, I don't, because it's that same incident, with Fortnite, for example, when they were trying to with the guy from the Will Smith show. Why am I blanking out? Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Oh, wow, that was pretty bad.
still in the Carlton.
Yeah, the Carlton dance.
Yeah,
and then he would try to license. Is he the first guy
I
to
think
wiggle
he's
his
just
hands
broke.
like that and his legs?
Nah, it's that's almost like trying to patent a fragrance or something. You can't get a smell. How you know that's your smell?
Yeah, that's my skunk smell.
So that's just really that's just hard.
But Marcus, tell all the listeners out there, are there any upcoming shows that they need to be aware of?
October 23rd, I'm gonna be back at the Ontario Improv.
Oh man, I gotta make it there. What
Yeah.
day is that? Is that a Friday or
No,
Saturday?
that's a
It's
Wednesday.
Oh, that's a Wednesday.
Oh,
Ooh, we
I'm
can
off.
make that happen.
I'm off that night.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go. The whole Chris
October
Collins show's
23rd.
like,
Bring the
let's
show
go.
through.
All right, we're bringing the
Yes.
whole Chris Collins show family.
I'm
We're all
actually
going.
off that night,
Yes.
so I can
No,
make
I
it.
am literally too down to make this happen because, Marcus, I got to tell you, I am reminding all the listeners out there, this guy is a gem. I love you, man. You really helped mold the Chris
Comedy.
Collins show to be what it is
I always tell
today.
people, you are the new Richard Pryor
I
minus
appreciate
crack.
that. yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
no,
can't even
no
afford
crack going on.
Because
But-
you are that funny. You're iconic. All that stuff. People need to check him out.
Like I tell people, I just stay humble and hungry, man. That's the whole thing.
That is such a great point, and I just want to remind all the listeners out there that you are listening to Marcus Hawkins.
That's right.
And where can they find you on social media?
At Marcus Real Funny on Instagram, Marcus Real Funny on Twitter, and Marcus Real Funny on Facebook. So
Marcus
Hey, that's
is
real funny. Marcus, real funny.
Yeah.
Go and follow him. I mean, this guy is amazing. For all the listeners out there, this is the Chris Collins Show, and if you like what you are listening to, go to thechriscollinsshow.com and become a member today. You're going to get all this kind of crazy, cool content and much more. So stick around. We still got a half hour left of the Chris Collins Show. What's good, listeners? I'm the host of the Chris Collins Show, and if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button below and check us out at thechriscollinsshow.com. Peace.